out the week. We hope that as the day goes by, the hotness will go down and the other teams will be enjoyed as they will be playing.
The Queens trying to attack, but optimism and preciseness are proving to be a top challenge for both sides. We're still expecting more from Genetrix from Malawi with 8 minutes 50 seconds left before end of the first quarter. As I earlier put it, it's hot in Blantyre. Should be around 27 or 30 degrees Celsius. So let us wait and see, as the girls have been resorting to short passes. It's a short corner to the Queens, failing to get advantage of the short corner. A long pass by Genetrix. Operating from the middle is Caro Nakombe. And Margaret Montali trying to beat and penetrate Delta Queens. Blocked in the process. The gap between Delta Queens of Nigeria and Genetrix, not that big. I think with time, maybe in the next 2 years or so, Genetrix will be up there and they should be able to go shoulder to shoulder with most of these African hockey women's teams in Africa, in this part of Africa. The experience is slowly coming. Delta Queens forcing Genetrix to make mistakes there. The likes of Lillian Kadango and Ellen Yanduya are making sure that they don't concede so easily. A win for Genetrix will be a very big morale booster. The goalkeeper being called to duty for Delta Queens. Stern test this morning by the goalkeeper, Oko Martha Dufan. Sport, not only in Africa, but in Europe, Asia, and elsewhere, is also one of the biggest unifying factor among people.
Yes, that's true. In sports, you find a family. You can meet people one day, but the next day, they are part of your family. So in sports, it's really a unifying factor in Africa and elsewhere around the world.
We haven't seen a lot of attacking prowess by Genetrix, especially from the middle, where you have Mary Mwewa, Anita, and Vanessa Mhande. They're failing to break Delta Queens from the middle. Maybe it's high time they should consider operating from the wings if they're to get a goal. Possession is at 50% for both sides. We're yet to see who has more energy, as it is too hot in Blantyre. Maybe playing the next 3 quarters would be a very big challenge for both sides. Benedicta Johnston has been giving problems to Genetrix for Delta Queens. Very offensive, very hungry, looking for an early goal on the part of Delta Queens. Perhaps, Martha, what do you think should Genetrix do to get a goal here? It appears it's not going to be easy for them, as breaking through Delta Queens has proven to be a bit of a big challenge.
As you've said earlier, that Genetrix, what they have to do is to operate from the wings. They have to pass their balls as they're starting from the defense. As they want to attack, they have to go through their wings, and I believe with that they can be able to go through the circle, that they can go in and score a goal. So the thing that they just have to do is to operate through the wings, and the players should be opening, should give an option to the one who is coming through with the ball.
3 minutes left in the first quarter. Still no goals from either side. There have only been one short corner for Genetrix, which they failed to utilize. In North and Western Africa, the moment you ordered a short corner, to them they count it as a goal because they make the most out of it, which has not been the case with Genetrix this morning. Both teams are very cautious about playing a fast game. They don't want to run much, maybe reserving the energy for the next 3 quarters left. The Queens building an attack from the back with Bilo Esther Bilo, probably the tallest player in the pitch this morning. Delta Queens pressurizing the Genetrix. And the umpire says it's over in the first quarter. Mugonera masewero achiko chikulu cha masewero a hockey akuno ku Africa, amene padakali pano ndi a number 25 kumbali ya amayi, ndipo ndi a number 34 kuseweredwa muno mu Africa kumbali ya abambo masewero a hockey. Ndipo ndi kwa nthawi yoyamba dziko lino la Malawi kuchititsa masewero amenewa. Pali zambiri zimene tikuyenera kuphunzirapo, chifukwa akatswiri achiyamba kale matimu ngati Shakia ya ku Egypt ndi imene ikutsogola ndi mapointi okwana 15 mugulu la abambo, tsatiridwa ndi timu ya Western Jaguars ya ku Kenya 12 points, ndipo Kampala ya ku Uganda ili pa number 3, Genetrix ya kuno ku Malawi ili pa number 4, ndipo mbali amayi ndi Records makamaka Gerald Day imene ikutsogola 16 points, Records 14 points, Brazers number 3
battalion aphunzira zinthu zambiri, chifukwa pakucheza pathu pamene tikumakhala tikumaona kuti azinzathu makonzedwe kumene amakhozekera tournament imeneyi anali ndi chidwi kwambiri, kuti amaziwa kuti komwe tikupitako sitifuna tikangobwerako chabe iyayi, koma tikhale ndi chimozi chomwe tifuna tikakwanirise. Then chimozimozi chomwe tikuyenika kuti ku Malawi tikamakhala tifuna tikhale nawo gawo la matournament ngati amenewa, tikuyenika kuti tikhonzekere, tikhale ndi nthawi yoti tikamapanga ma training athu tiphunzire masikilo osiyanasiyana amene tingathe kuti tikamakumana ndi matimu ngati a Delta Queens tizetha kuwagolesanso mmene ngati akutigolesera ku Malawi kuno.
That's Martha Sadala, our analyst this morning, and we are back with the second quarter underway here in Blantyre. Genetrix versus Delta Queens from Nigeria. Genetrix are from Malawi, fighting for position 3 and 4. Genetrix taking a long pass, but Delta Queens are very good in building momentum from the back. We have seen Loma Poya from Genetrix trying to operate from the wings, but getting into the final third has been a very big challenge for Genetrix. They seem to be finding it hard to beat Delta Queens at the back, where they badly need a goal. Maybe anything they can do this far?
As we already said earlier, that Genetrix just have to be active on their ball. When they get the ball, they have to be active. They have to operate from the wings. So for us to see something coming out from Genetrix, they just have to be fast also, as the way the Delta Queens are. Though the Delta Queens have so much experience over Genetrix, but we believe something can happen if Genetrix can be aggressive on their ball.
And that was half corner as well on the part of Delta Queens. Failed to utilize that one. The Queens getting it right there. Very bad for Malawi. Genetrix in hot soup, having conceded in the second quarter with 5 minutes left. As I said, the experience matters, and it is none other than Benedicta Johnson, who I earlier mentioned is proving to be a thorn in flesh for Genetrix. Made a very good connection within the D, beating Genetrix goalkeeper. Eva Matengela. It's a tall order now for Genetrix.
So true, so true. They have to up their game. They have to do something about it, because if they are playing like this, they'll keep on conceding so many goals. But we believe they can turn things around and do something about it.
Halfway through, Delta Queens are home and dry. They just have to defend the goals, of which they are doing jealously, but still under pressure from Genetrix. Just number 13, Diana Kamara. Kamara putting more pressure, exerting more pressure, but trying to make a block. Benedicta Johnston is always making sure that there is more pressure being exerted into the Malawi's representatives in as far as women, ladies are concerned. Genetrix, who are down. 2 minutes to go. The year to score. Martha, you seem to be down, not happy at all with the result at the moment.
Yes, we were hoping that Genetrix from Malawi can do something about this game. We were hoping that they can get a medal, but with what is happening, it's bad, but we know that for them it's a good experience. And Genetrix is conceding a lot of short corners. It's a thing that they have to work on, because the Delta Queens are exerting more pressure to them. So for this, they just have to work hard.
It's another short corner, which is a half penalty by Nigeria's Delta Queens. They're very good at utilizing Benedicta, the master, sets it wide, and a chance. They miss. Mwina pamene kwatsala mphindi imodzi yokha kuti masolo amene waate theka la masolo amene wa ndilimene laseweredwa. Martha Msadala, ungane kuti chimene chikuvuta kwambiri kumbali ya timu ya Malawi Genetrix amayi ndi chani kuti asapeze chigoli komanso akhala akupanikizidwa kuti akupereka kwambiri makona aja timati ma short corner kuti mimene ya Delta Queens?
Okay, Delta Queens yabwera kuti iyoyo igolese zigoli zambiri, ndiye ikupezeka kuti ikumapanga attack kwambiri kufika ku goal ya Genetrix. Ndiye Genetrix pezeka zoti defense yawo sili aggressive kuti atakwachotsera Genetrix Delta Queens mipira. Ndiye pamene papa chomwe chikufunika ncho kuti Genetrix akuyenera kuti akonze pakati pawo kuti kumbuyo kwawoko maplayer awo asamavutike kusewera game imene.
Any time from now, the umpire is going to blow a final whistle, marking half-time here in Blantyre, where Delta Queens from Nigeria have picked an early lead over Malawi's Genetrix. Maybe that could be a final chance. It appears a short corner.
Yes, it's a short corner. They have got it at right time as the table has called for half time, but still they have to play the short corner.
Let us wait and see if we're going to get a goal from there. Not this time. And cleared away by the goalkeeper. That's a very good clearance. It's half time. But there is another corner to be taken by Genetrix before the final whistle. Better part with hockey is that 4 players are allowed to defend, joining the goalkeeper, making a total of 5 in defending. Blocked again. It's been a very bad day. This lady in defense, just number 16 for Nigeria's Delta Queens, Esther Bilo, has been very fantastic at the back. She has made the most blockages. And just number 10 as well for Delta Queens, Benedicta Johnson, has been a star to watch in the first 2 quarters. It's half time. There will be a break for about 5-7 minutes before resumption of the third quarter. Nthawi yopuma tsopano kuti mwina amwe madzi aphunzitsi apereke uphungu wina ndi wina, malangizo komanso kuwunikira penapena pamene simatha kuyenda bwino. Timu ya Malawi kutsalira ndili ndi Martha Msadala, mmodzi osewera masewera amene wa hockey ku Blantyre, amene akhala kufotokozerani zina mzina amene akhalira makota awiri amene wazigawo ziwiri zimenezi, kuti kodi timu ya Genetrix ikuvutika pati, ikuyenera kuchita chani, ngati pangakhale kufuna kulowetsa awena angati kulowetsa malo ati ndi ati chifukwa chani, nanga kumbali ya Delta Queens imene khali kutsogola ikuchita bwino mbali ziti ndi ziti, ngati alipo mavuto amene timu ya Genetrix ikuzotengapo gawo kumbali imene kuti alowe chifukwa choti ndi vuto limene ndilotani. Akhala kufuatana zambiri, ni mmodzi wasungwana amene wasewera masewera amene wa hockey kwa kanthawi pang'ono kuno kumudzi, ndipo akuzitsata kwambiri. Nthawi yako Martha.
Zikomo kwambiri. A Genetrix mene akusewera game yawo zikuonesa kuti pakati pawo sipali bwino konse. Sindo akuyenera kuti akamakambirana pamene akupumulira papa kuti kochi wawo ayenera kuwauza kuti angachite chani kuti pakati pawo pakhale bwino, chifukwa hockey kuti musewere bwino pakati panu pakuyenera kuti pakhale munthu amene akuyenera kuti ayilamulire timu ija. Akamayilamulira timu aziona kuti kumbuyo kwawo akulamulira bwanji, komanso kutsogolo kwawo kuti apeze zigoli akuyenera kuti awalamulire. Ndiye papa chomwe chikufunika kwambiri nchokuti Genetrix pakati pawo akhoze bwino, kuti amene ali pakatiyo azitha kupitisa mipira mbali, kuti ayende mbali muja azikalowa mudi kuti akathe kugolesa zigoli zawo. Pamene papa tikukhulupirira kuti mene akupumuliramo ndi mphindi zomwe apasa 5 izi ayenera kuti ayigwiritse ntchito bwino pakukhoza zinthu ngati zimenezi. Koma kapanda osakhoza zinthu ngati zimenezi zichipezeka kuti a Delta Queens azingopitisa mipira yawo osonawo kutsogolo chifukwa aona kuti pakati pawobe sipakuli bwinobwinoyi. Ndi akuyenera kuti akhoze zinthu zawozi kuti makota amene atsala awiri akubwerawa tithe kuona zigoli zochoka ku Genetrix. Chinanso chomwe tikuona papa nchokuti a Delta Queens akuoneka kuti iwowo zawo zili bwino, sizoti akhala pasi kuyankhulana kuti chani yayi, chifukwa akuziwa kuti zawo zikuyenda bwino. Komano tifuna titati tione kuti ku Genetrix zinthu zawonso ziyende bwino, tifuna tione zigoli ndithu. Sangona anzathu akunja ku Nigeria akugolesa zigoli, koma nawonso a Genetrix akuyenera kuti zigoli zawozi zinawonso tione zigoli zomwe tikufuna kuti ngati dziko la Malawi tisangalale nawo, chifukwa kuwina kwawo kupangisa kuti ifeso Amalawi tikhale osangalala chifukwa ndi timu yakumudzi kuno. Ndiye chinthu chachikulu tikuyenera kuti akhoze zinthu zawo pamenepo, akambirane bwino. Tikuthanso kuona akochi awo akuwayankhula a Genetrix choyenera kuti achite, akuyenera kuti apange chinthu chimodzi.
On the part of Genetrix, but not equally assisted by her colleagues at the back, is the more reason they've been struggling the past two quarters, which has resulted in the team conceding more corners than what Delta Force have conceded. But it's a step further. Maybe the next Africa Cup of Nations for hockey, Genetrix, the next maybe 2, 3 or 4 years, they will not be where they are today, having attained some experience from this tournament. And the Queens. And the chance, there is a hand up by an umpire, should be a disallowed goal, calling for a short corner from what we are seeing now. Martha, that should be a short corner again for Delta Queens.
Yes, it's a short corner for Delta Queens. The Genetrix, and it has happened that they have been awarded a short corner.
It's the same danger lady, just number 10 for Delta Queens, Benedicta Johnston, who is very, very much interested to take that one, as Malawi's Genetrix, jersey number 2, down with an injury. It would appear it's the goalkeeper who wants to change the boots. I don't know whether I should call that a boot. Do you have to call it a boot? Of the moment, is it giving us some problems? Is it becoming loose? They want to tighten it or what?
I think it became loose, so they want to tighten it. That's why they are helping her to tighten the kickers so that it should not come off during time of play.
We haven't seen much from the goalkeeper Eva Matengera, but she has made a couple of fantastic saves in the first 2 quarters. But at this point in time, she hasn't been good enough to make some brilliant saves, especially in this 3rd quarter. But let us wait and see as Delta Queens have taken another short corner, and this is corner number 5. They're still pushing for more, driving the ball, exchanging some short passes inside Genetrix half and blocked. There's another whistle by the umpire. Genetrix conceding another corner as a result of more pressure by the Delta Queens.
The Delta Queens, they want more goals, so they're really exerting more pressure on Genetrix because they want to take advantage of this. They want to take advantage of the short corners because they know that the field goes.
And it's a goal! The goalkeeper left Amza Kimbo. Genetrix is still under pressure. It's now baptism of fire. 7-0 as we speak. Not looking good. It's a very bad result for Genetrix. They were not ready for this game. They are not meant to play at this hour. But this follows disqualification of Rekas from Kenya, who brought a national team here instead of a football club. Not necessarily a football club, a hockey club, but they brought a national select hockey team, and they got suspended. But how did the authorities get wind of that? How was this made known to the organizing team? On position 1 with 16 points. About 2 minutes left before end of the 3rd quarter. Malawi's Genetrix is still struggling. Pushing more players up front. Vanessa Mpande joining the Azot. Mpande. Genetrix standing firm at the back. No room for error. And for sure, this has been a very big lesson learned. And as far as this tournament is concerned by Genetrix. At 3rd quarter, being beaten by 7 goals. It's quite a very, very big margin. Malawi's champions have made their fate. You can see from the body language, the girls are now looking very tired. Maybe